What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to recreate the stunts from Amazing Spider-Man 1. So the first stunt we're going to recreate is when Spider-Man does a front flip to dive roll on the street. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's when you do 1 3/4 front flip straight into dive roll. It's very dangerous because you can land on your head. So for that reason, I'm going to be recreating it right here onto this mat. So in the next stunt, we got the lizard against Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's doing back handsprings to dodge the lizard swinging something at him. So to recreate that, I got my buddy Sheldon, and as I'm doing the back handsprings, he's gonna swing this block at me. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man is on one knee on top of the hood of a car. And then from that position, he does a flip, and then during the flip, he extends his leg to kick the officer in the face, who today, that officer is gonna be Sheldon. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man jumps off of the chest of the lizard, and then he does a back flip and turns it into a side flip, and then he lands on the ground like this, turns around to look back at him. So I'm going to be recreating that today off of this angled wall, which is going to act as the chest of the lizard. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man is fighting the lizard in a library. So he lands on a bookcase and then jumps to do a flip, starts off in a back flip, but then turns into a side flip and then lands in a Spider-Man landing on the ground. So I'm gonna recreate that today off of these two blocks here, who are gonna act as my bookcase. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man gets his mask removed, so he's trying to hide his face, and to help do that, he does a front handspring. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man does another front handspring, but this time he does it on the back of a truck. So to replicate that, I'm gonna use this block here as the back bumper of the truck, and I'm gonna use this wall as the tailgate, and then I'm gonna front handspring over these blocks onto the ground. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man gets hit by the lizard and he's on his back on the ground, and to get back up, he does the classic kip up. So it's a very useful move to get back on your feet, and it's not actually that hard, so you guys might be able to try it at home. So the next stunt is something that we call a tic-tac-to-cat. Spider-Man actually does this 3 times in a movie, and he's usually in an alley where he kicks off one wall, does a 180 twist to grab the other wall. So I'm gonna recreate this with these blocks, and I'm gonna tic-tac off of this block, do a 180 twist, and then grab this pillar. So the next stunt, Spider-Man is swinging down an alley, and he actually grabs a bar, and as he's swinging, he kicks his legs to go into a front flip. So today, since I don't have bars here, I'm actually going to show you guys an old clip of me doing it outside years ago. So the next stunt, Spider-Man grabs a bar and then swings his legs over a fence to run away from bad guys. So to recreate that, I'm going to be grabbing this pole here and then swinging over these blocks as my fence. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man is on the edge of the building once again. He actually puts his hands on the ledge and then goes into a handstand. So you guys can actually try a handstand at home, and the best way to learn is to actually do it against a wall. So if you want to do it, make sure you're facing the wall and then kick your legs up so your weight is going against the wall like this. And then as you practice, you can try and push yourself away from the wall so you start relying on the wall a little less. So since that's a little too easy for me, I'm gonna be trying the handstand on these blocks as if it's the ledge of the building. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man does a little vault on the side of the building to get onto the roof. So this one's actually really easy, and if you take it slowly, you can try it at home. So basically what you want to do is put both hands on an obstacle and then get your legs over on one side, and then as you're doing that, remove one hand and put it back at the end. So it looks a little like this. Both hands, feet come around, and you see how my left hand made space for my legs to come through, and then I put it back at the end. So he actually does the same vault again when he's with Gwen on top of the building, and then he vaults down to go save the day, like this. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. If you want to see me recreate the stunts from another movie, click here. If you want to see my latest video, click here. And as usual, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.